Hey everybody, welcome to ELA and Spelling Day 2. Alright, and before we really get started on that, before we watch the pronunciation video that we did yesterday, I'm curious, how many of my friends have ever been on a farm? Raise your hand. Okay, we know that pigs live on the farm, and horses can live on the farm, and chickens can live on the farm. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to read a small little story in our ELA studies about the farm. And then afterwards, we're going to finish some sentences that go directly with that story, okay? Before we do that, though, we're going to watch that pronunciation video from yesterday so you guys can continue to be excellent readers. Go ahead and check that out, and then I'll see you in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get ready for round one with our pronunciations. Are you ready? Here we go. This sound is ah. Ah. Like and. 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 Very good. Second sound is like am. Am. Our next sound is s. S. Like s. S. Bus. Focus on that sound, that s sound. Our next sound is going to be the one of the ones that makes the long sound. We can tell that by the line over the top. We're going to say this sound, E. E. Like eat. Eat. Very good. Our next sound, R. R. Like B. R. B. R. Okay? Our next sound, D. D. Just like add. Add. Mad. D. Our next sound, just like stuff. Stuff. Okay. Our next sound, I. I. Just like if. 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 Okay. Our next sound is one of our blending sounds, and it's when it's two letters coming together to make a new sound. Okay? And that's going to be the T and the H, and they make th. Th. Just like the is. The is. This. Okay? The. Our next sound, T. T. Just like k, at, cat. Okay? We're halfway done with round one. All right? Awesome job. We're going to move on to our second row over here. Here we go. This symbol looks like a letter I, and it just is a letter I. And we're going to say it, I. I. Like I. I want to go to the movies. I. Our next sound, K. K. Just like t-ack. To-ack. K. Our next sound is going to be one of our long sounds again. We know this because the line is over the top. Okay? And this sound is going to be O. O. We see that letter, we say it just like that letter should be said. O. Just like the word over. Over. Our next sound is V. V. Just like of. of. Okay? And what I love about the v sound is if you take your fingers and you feel your throat, not too hard, but if you feel your throat when you're saying the v sound, you can actually feel your vocal cords vibrating. And that's what's making that sound, is that v sound. It's making the vibration, and the vibration's making the sound. It's craziness. All right, here we go. We're moving on to our next sound. P. P. Okay? Just like in the word s-ap. S-ap. All right? Our next sound. Ch. Ch. It's another one of those blends. Ch. Just like in the word ch. Touch. All right? Next sound. Eh. Eh. Just like in the word and. And. Next sound. B. B. Just like in the word g, r, a, b. G, r, a, b. Grab. And here comes another sound. This one's going to have 3 letters in it. We've gone over this one before in some of our worksheets. I'm just going to remind you. I-N-G, ing, ing, ing. I-N-G, ing, ing, ing. I-N-G, ing, ing, ing. Love this sound so much. Okay? And if we want to try to use it in a word, this is how it would be. S-ing. Just saying all 3 of those letters together. S-ing. Sing. All right? It's a fantastic sound. I love it. Next one. We're almost done. We're almost done, guys, with round 1. This is actually a small I. It's a lowercase I, but it's got the line over the top. That means it's going to make that long I sound. It's going to sound like I. I. So, I. Just like in the word ice. Ice. I want ice cream. And then our last sound for round 1 is going to be y. Y. Like in the word yard. 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 All right, that's it for round 1. I'll see you guys in just a minute for round 2. All right, friends, let's go ahead and get ready for round 2. Here we go. Our first sound is n. N. Just like in the word an. P-an. Pan. N. Our next word, okay, or I'm sorry, our next sound, rather. Our next sound is k. K. Just like in the word t-ack. Tack. The C and the K are both making the k sound in that word. So this is going k. K. Next word. Next sound. Oh my goodness. Next sound. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Just like in the word ox. 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 All right? Next sound. We've got a line over this sound. That means it's going to be the long sound. So we're going to say A. When we're making the long sound, we're saying the letter as it would be said in the ABCs. So A. Just like in the word 8. 8. Next sound. H. H. Just like in at. Hat. Next sound. just like in under, 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 up. Next sound, g, g, like in the word ag, ag, tag. Okay, next sound is l, l, just like in the word al, al, l. Next sound, one of my favorite sounds, w, w, like in the word w, ow, w, ow, wow. Next sound is one of our blending sounds. It's another one of my favorite sounds, and it's sh. Sh. And this is for a bunch of different words. You could go shh, quiet down, or w-ish. W-ish. Wish. All right. Next sound, it's another blending sound. We've got ER. ER together goes ER. ER, ER. ER, ER. ER, ER. Remember that. Just like in the word brother. Brother. Okay? Think of it like a zombie. That's the sound. Next sound. The X is going to go x. X. It sounds like a K and an S put together. It even looks like that right here. Okay? X. Just like in the word ox. Ox. Okay? Next sound, two O's together. Two O's. Okay? They can make a couple of different noises, but right now the sound that we're looking for is the oo sound. Ooh, like ma-oon, ma-oon, moon. Okay? Our next sound is j. J. Just like in the word j, j. Judge. J. Like jello even. J, j, jello. All right. Next sound, we've got the Y here. Now, this one is kind of funny because normally, if you've got the line over the top of that letter, it's going to make that letter sound, that long letter sound. So normally, we would want to say Y. But instead of saying Y, we're actually saying I. Every time we see this line over this Y. All right? Let's try it. I. I. Just like in the word, I, my, my. All right? Almost done, guys. Almost done. We got 4 more. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Here we go. WH together goes w. W. Like in the word, I, Y, I, Y. All right? WH together, w. Makes that w sound. Q and U. Q always has to work with U. Okay? You're very rarely ever going to see it on its own. And anytime these two are together, they're always going to make the qu sound. Qu. Or ku. Okay? But right now we're going to go with the qu sound. Qu. Okay? Qu. Ick. Quick. Quick. All right? Quick. Qua. 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 Our next sound is one of my favorite sounds because it means I'm sleeping usually. Z. Z. Getting all those Z's in. Shh. Z. Z. So it's going z, z. Just like in the word buzz. Uz. Bees buzz. Bees buzz. And I sleep. Zzz. Zzz. Alright, next sound, but certainly not the last or the least sound, because you're going to hear a bunch more as we go through the year. We've got the U here with the line over. That means it's going to be making the U sound. Like a U. U. Hey, you. U. Use. Use. Alright? Use. Use. You. Okay guys, that's all I've got for round 2. You did great with the pronunciation guide here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, that's it for the pronunciation guide. I'll see you in the lesson. Alright, hello everybody. Mr. Flanders here. Thank you so much for sitting through my pronunciation video. I just want to make sure we're building you guys up as strong readers, okay? Alright. Speaking of which, before we start our reading, please make sure you are writing your name or typing your name at the top of your paper, okay? Gotta make sure I know who's doing their work. Now, if you remember, at the start of this video, I said we were going to be reviewing a little story about the farm. Alright, I love the farm. I used to grow up on a farm, actually. I used to drive a tractor for my grandfather. It was really cool. I liked it. Well, this story is going to tell us, I think, about cows and pigs and people who live on a farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sound it out as I'm reading, and then I'm going to go back and read the whole sentence together, and then the whole story together. Okay? That way you guys are hearing how the sound should be, and you're also hearing how the words need to be. If you would like, you can use your finger to track along with each word as I am reading, so that way you're not losing track. Okay, using your finger to read is going to be one of the best tools you can have and use while you're building your reading. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Mom, and I live on a farm. Mom and I live on a farm. We have cows and pigs. We have cows and pigs. Mom feeds them lots of corn. Mom feeds them lots of corn. I have a horse that runs fast. I have a horse that runs fast. I ride it every day. I ride it every day. Life on a farm is fun.
Life on a farm is fun. Okay, let's read the whole thing together now. Mom and I live on a farm. We have cows and pigs. Mom feeds them lots of corn. I have a horse that runs fast. I ride it every day. Life on a farm is fun. It's a good story. It's a good story. All right, let's go ahead and look at our first question that we need to answer. Mom and I live on a blank. Well, the answer is going to be in this first sentence right here. So Mom and I live on a farm. So we're going to underline the word farm and write it down here. We've underlined it so we can see how to spell it and sound it out. Farm. Good. Number 2. The cows and pigs eat blank. Okay? The cows and pigs eat blank. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think the answer is cheeseburgers. Do we remember what they eat? Let's look at this part of the story and see if we can figure out the answer. We have cows and pigs. Mom feeds them lots of corn. So we're going to underline the word corn. We'll write it down. Corn. Okay, number 3. And by the way, if you feel like you're rushed at all, or you haven't quite typed out the answer yet, that is completely okay. Feel free to pause the video. I don't want you rushing, okay? I want you doing your best work. I don't want you doing rushed work. Okay. Number 3. My horse runs blank. My horse runs blank. Do you remember how the horse runs? Let's see. I have a horse that runs fast. That would be our answer. Let's underline it and write it down. Fast. All right, number 4. I'd ride my horse every blank. Do we remember that? What it said in the story? Little girl rides her horse when? I ride my horse every blank. Let's take a look. I ride it every day. I'm going to underline the word day so I know how to spell it. Day. Day. And then number 5. Life on a farm is blank. Life on a farm is blank. Let's take a look at that last sentence. Maybe that'll give us the answer. Life on a farm is fun. Fun. Let's go ahead and write down the word fun. Oh, sorry, I forgot to underline it because we found it in there. There we go. All right. So make sure if you're doing this on your packet, you're writing out everything, and then you can color this afterwards. If you're doing this in Schoology, make sure you're writing your answers in those blue boxes, or typing, because you're using a keyboard to type. And that should be it for our reading lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and finish up. Take as much time as you need, and then I will see you over in spelling in just a few minutes. Bye.
Hey everybody, Mr. Flanders here. Let's go ahead and check out our spelling words. Here we go. Our first word is than. What word? Than. Our second word is it. What word? It. Our third word is he. He. What word? He. That's right. Number 4 is was. What word? Was. Correct. Number 5 is map. What word? Map. Number 6, cap. Cap. What word? Cap. Fantastic. Number 7 is the word nap. What word? Nap. That's right. And your last word is tap. Tap. What word? Tap. Fantastic work, my friends. All right, get your packets ready. Here we go.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to spelling. Thank you for reviewing our spelling words just now. All right, let's go ahead and get started with writing our name at the top of our paper before we really dive into this. Mr. Flanders. Your name is not Mr. Flanders. It should be your name. All right, so this is the same worksheet we've seen over the last couple of weeks. It's just with our new spelling words for this week. We have to circle the correct spelling word. Okay? There's a couple different ways we could find the right spelling word. If we've got a really good memory and we are really good at sounding the word out, we could try to find it that way. Or what we could do is go back to our spelling sheet from yesterday and look at the correct spelling there. So for example, we know that word number 1 is than. Than. The an. It's not the an e, than-y, or thane. And we know it's not the am with an M. We know it's than. They match. They're the same. Okay? So I can circle that correct answer. Same with number 2. If I look at number 2, I see that it is the word it. It is not the word it. It is not the word it. It. No, it's just the word it. So I'd circle that word. Your job, ladies and gentlemen, is to now finish the rest of this worksheet. Okay? Make sure you are using your spelling list if you need to. Make sure you are using your appropriate sounds. We've gone over what the words are and how to pronounce our sounds. So this is good practice for that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, though, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm here to help, and I would love to do so. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and start setting up for one of our other lessons. But make sure if you're doing this on your paper, you are circling them with your pencil. If you're doing this in Schoology, you are dragging the circles over to the correct words. All right? I'll see you guys later. Have fun.